Andrew?
All right, John, West Virginia Democratic Senator Joe Manchin heading to New Hampshire to headline a third-party town hall. The move sparking worry among Democrats who fear a third-party candidate will hurt the president's re-election chances. The senator asked about this on the Hill earlier today.
No, this is nothing about a third party. This is not about any office at all.
Are you ruling out a third-party bid?
Oh, I've never ruled out anything or ruled in anything. This is just strictly a conference that we're having.
Let's bring in Kayleigh McEnany, co-host of Outnumbered. I don't know, what'd you take away from that, Kayleigh?
He said he's not ruling it out. He has said that repeatedly. Not only that, he has been asked previously, well, what do you make of the fact that this could pave the way for Trump as opposed to Biden? And he actually defended the idea of a third-party bid. He said, then how did Perot get Bill Clinton elected, referencing the fact that Perot siphoned off votes from Republicans. So he's not just not ruling it out, he's actually defending it. This could absolutely pave the way for a Trump presidency. When you look at the fact, 2016, 6% voted third party. Fast forward 4 years, only 2% did. And those breakers who voted third party, according to NBC exit polls, broke for Joe Biden. So it does end up, in my view, benefiting Republicans.
I mean, the clock's ticking here. I mean, you know, politics is a long time, obviously, until Election Day. But when it comes to getting in or getting out, I mean, we're getting pretty close here. Here's an NBC News poll showing that more Democrats would consider a third-party candidate if it was a Biden-Trump matchup. So when asked, are you willing to consider a third-party independent candidate if 2024 matchups Biden-Trump, 45% of Democrats said yes, 52% said no. 63% of Republicans said no. Republicans said yes 34% of the time.
Yeah, I don't see how you argue that this helps Democrats having a third-party candidate. And that's why No Label says, look, we're not going to be a spoiler here. We're only going to do this if we think there's a way to actually prevail. So whether they put someone on the ballot, we'll see. They've got to get access to ballots in all 50 states. They say they have the ability to do that. They have $70 million is what they anticipate having. This could absolutely be a spoiler. But at the same time, a lot of times we talk about these spoiler scenarios that never come to fruition. So we'll see if they actually do it.
We will see. All right, this is Manchin on why he says he's attending the New Hampshire event in the first place. Listen.
Going around the country basically talking to people that want this commonality and common sense approach to how we fix problems. It's not happening here. So if it's not happening here, they're going to put pressure from outside to tell the representatives and whoever the people that might be running for offices of what they're expecting, because they're not getting what they're expecting.
Okay, so we'll let our audience decide what their takeaway is from that. Meanwhile, we've been watching Christopher Wray testify on Capitol Hill. It's been pretty interesting. Some fiery moments, especially some of the exchanges with Jim Jordan. Chris Christie, the former New Jersey governor, GOP candidate for the presidency, he was on with us last hour, and here he is defending Christopher Wray. Listen.
Jim Comey and Eric Holder and Loretta Lynch drastically harmed the Department of Justice and the FBI. And Chris Wray has now spent years fixing that. What you saw today, I think, was an animated and combative FBI director who's defending the men and women who work for him every day and do a great job.
So that was really interesting, his defense of Wray. At the same time, Wray, in the hot seat there, getting pressed by both sides really at times, said the idea that he's biased against conservatives is, quote, somewhat insane. That was quite a moment.
Yeah, I mean, best of luck to Chris Christie with that message in a GOP primary, which has tremendous distrust for the FBI. Christopher Wray, he made the fair point that, hey, I was the only institution out there saying the lab leak theory was credible. He's right about that. He hasn't been perhaps as bad as some of the other institutions. However, there's a lot of questions from this radical traditionalist Catholic memo, which he rescinded. He called it, he said he was aghast by it, but yet he won't allow the authors of that before Congress till an internal review. None of this instills confidence in the American people, many of whom have distrust for the FBI.
Yeah, he was asked if they would actually reveal that document unredacted. Can we have a copy of it? Asked Jim Jordan. Wray said, I'll find out if there's more of the document that can be shared with you. We've tried to be very careful with what we redact. I don't know. I think people have more questions than answers after they heard that exchange.
Absolutely. And I have more questions about, he was asked about Mark Houck. That was the pro-life father who was before the abortion clinic. He would not condemn the FBI raid on Mark Houck's home. He's been exonerated in a court of law. But at the same time, he did admit 70% of attacks we see in the pro-life space are against pro-life institution. So there are some interesting moments, but I think you get the feeling that the FBI is 2 steps behind, be it the radical traditional Catholics or his answers on parents who were targeted for going to school board meetings by the DOJ. He said he didn't change anything at the FBI, but you get the feeling 2 steps behind for Christopher.
Really interesting analysis. And also on the third-party candidate, love watching you guys on Outnumbered.
Thank you.
You guys are having a lot of fun.
We do. Yes.
All right. Good to see you, Kayleigh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.